Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. This week we are making our way up to Thebe River Safaris Lodge just outside of Kasane in Botswana. When traveling through these parts of the world you have to be careful of the elephants that roam the area. The lodge is located on the outskirts of Kasane and is a mere 3 kilometers from the town centre. As we reached the town of Gazankula, we turned left and made our way to Kasane itself. Thebe is a good option to stay at if you are looking to visit the Chobe National Park, and the lodge is a mere 10 kilometers from the Sududu gate where you can enter the park. From the main road you will see a signpost that will lead you to a short gravel road that you will follow until you reach the reception area of the lodge. At the reception area you can book in for your stay as well as find a Wi-Fi hotspot. From here you can also book game drives into the park itself or sunset cruises on the Chobe River or day excursions out to the Victoria Falls if you want to do that. In the reception area there is also a small curio shop where you can buy a souvenir. Here you can also hand in your laundry, which is always a big plus for us when we're on a long trip. From the reception area itself it is a very short drive towards the campsites that are located right next to the reception area. The lodge has a few campsites and they are all different shapes and sizes and all offer different amenities. Some of them have small lapa areas where you can sit in and have some shade and shelter, while the campsites closest to the river don't necessarily have a lapa area, but they do have grass covering and they have a bit less shade. So if you are staying on one of these campsites you might want to pack in a awning or a gazebo. All the campsites will be able to fit at least one car and a camping trailer. However, as we were a bigger group, we had one of the bigger campsites a bit closer to reception and we were able to fit 4 cars and 3 camping trailers onto our campsite. This is probably the most I would fit on this campsite, otherwise it would be a bit of a squeeze. These campsites also do offer you a bit more privacy as your camp is surrounded by some thick bushes. Our campsite also had a nice big lapa area where we could sit under and relax, as well as a good shade covering throughout the day. All the campsites have access to a tap, a dustbin and 3-point electrical outlets. Our campsite was equipped with 2 braai areas. One was a raised brick built braai area and the other one was a cement slab on the ground. All the campsites are nice and level and the terrain you camp on this campsite is a hard, dusty, sandy terrain, so be sure to pack the right tent pegs. The ablution areas were also very neat and well maintained and cleaned on a regular basis. It consists of separate rooms for toilets and separate rooms for showers, as well as a few wash basins and mirrors. The toilets are all flush toilets and toilet paper was provided. The hot water showers were nice and roomy with enough space to get dressed in, and there are some hooks on the back side of the door where you can hang your clothes. You will also find a nice refreshing swimming pool on the premises where you can come and relax, unwind and get a break from the hot African sun. The lodge also has a restaurant where you can enjoy a nice refreshing drink or a breakfast, lunch or dinner. I would just like to note that the lodge was busy with renovations when we were there, so it might look a bit different in future. But as always, we enjoy spending time around the fire and having some amazing braais. This is always the perfect way to end off a night in Africa. Now if you are traveling through these parts of the world, you are probably here to visit the Chobe National Park, and what a magical place this is. It's always an amazing experience driving next to the majestic Chobe River and being on the lookout for your next great sighting. The Chobe is of course famous for the large amount of elephants that roam these areas, and you are almost definitely assured to have an encounter with one of these majestic beasts. When we are here, we always try and spend as much time as possible in the park and just marvel in the scenic beauty of this place. Another incredible way to experience the Chobe is to take a boat cruise on the Chobe River itself. You are truly treated to some majestic views from the river, and you get a whole different perspective of the park itself. And on 2 previous occasions we were fortunate enough to see an elephant mother and her calf swim past our boat to graze on some of the islands in the middle of the river. It really is an incredible and majestic experience to do some game viewing from the river itself, something I could really recommend if you are in this area. And of course, the perfect way to end off your cruise is to experience an awesome African sunset. All in all, we had a pleasant stay at Thebe River Safaris Lodge, and it is a good option to stay at if you are planning a trip to the Chobe National Park. Thank you for watching the video. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to our channel, and as always, happy camping until next time.